here. The first series took about 75 minutes. I think it will speed up from there, like there was a bunch of pauses and stuff. Alright, let's check this out. Looks fine, I think. Yeah, all good. That's a first. Starting in the top right hand side here, playing as the yellow human player. It's of course HawK from Russia. You can zoom in this game, right? How? Oh god, these hotkeys are so different than StarCraft. Alright. Boom! That was horrible. And his opponent, starting at the bottom left hand side of the map, playing as the red night elf, is of course Foggy. Do you say Foggy or Foggy? I'm never really sure. I think like I saw a video of when I was watching Back to Warcraft. In a short video of him, he said it like Foggy. So I'm not sure. Okay, we'll turn on the music then, since I see some of you guys ask for it. When our dear friend, the Russian caster Wolf, is done lagging. By the way, massive shout out to Inalit, who helped me a lot here. In particular with the Lone Life, netties and stuff. Like without him, I don't know what I would have done. And Back to Warcraft as well. Helped me do the seedings, gave me a lot of advice on how to handle a little bit of everything, really. Like without all these guys, I don't know what I would have, probably not much. My tournament would not have looked like much without these guys. So huge shout outs and thanks to them. Well, Wolf is dropping out and he didn't have the 3 minutes delay, I believe, so it's a good opportunity for him to activate it, and until then he can cast from our streams. Wow. That is full savage, guys. Ooh, okay, that's loud. Let me know about the volume. For me, like this, it sounds about right. Like my voice is way louder than everything, but I think for you guys, you should be able to hear the game sounds louder than I do. So when that's the case, if the game sounds are too loud, let me know, and I'll change them. Oh, that music is... Oh, I totally forgot about this music. It's the greatest. This is my youth right there. Alright, we've got an Archmage being made here. Demon Hunter and Archer for some Ancient of War creeping across the map. I've seen a couple games on this map, and usually human players, I saw them going straight for this camp here and trying to clean that up very fast and then expand a lot of the time. But in this case, he's actually going across the map to try and steal this. Where is he going? Maybe it's just the... Okay, it's just the 1 foot man, I think. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here and panic just yet. Maybe try and steal some creep. Nice and handling here of the Archer and the Lightning Shield by Foggy. Gonna be trying to do as much damage with this as possible without finishing them off, because otherwise you wouldn't get the experience. And in this case, HawK actually just goes for the laboratory here, not quite the natural. Maybe a little bit afraid of something like a Creepjack. Worst item you can ever get, Ring of Protection +2. He's gonna have to make do. Whereas on the other side we have Gloves of Haste, and actually one of the worst items as well as you can get on the Demon Hunter is the Mantle of Intelligence. That guy's going Wisp hunting, but Foggy is, I think, a little bit too good to lose a Wisp to this, so he's just gonna be microing it. As I say that, Foggy, don't do it! He gets in on time. Level 2 against level 2 here for now. A Mantle, not bad here on the Archmage. What does he creep next? Actually, wait, is he gonna expand? When you go for this many peasants here, it's very hard not to expand. Feels like, you know, like you only go for this many just because you want to expand. But in this case, he's not gone towards it just yet. And I don't think he's made defend either. I wonder what HawK is planning here. Oh, he's just gonna... Okay, he's just gonna leave that behind. And actually tech on... So he's gonna stay on one base. Try and creep as much as he can here on one base. The tech is gonna be a little bit later than his opponent, because that started here pretty fast from Foggy, who made 1 extra Wisp after the initial 20 supply that you get from your first Moonwell. It's always funny how you're kind of blocked, you know, in the start of the game here with Night Elf, but if you take at 20, usually you won't have enough food. Like that 1 extra Wisp can make a world of difference. Boots of Speed's now hired by Foggy.
A player's forces are
Drop the
under
Tome of
attack.
Intelligence across the map. And HawK just... looking to try and be a little bit aggressive across the map. Still no, nothing like a blacksmith, so I don't think he's going to be going rifle caster. As I say that, he drops it, which is weird, because usually when you go blacksmith, you would stop making footmen a little bit earlier, maybe at like 4. But I guess HawK wants to play it a little bit imperious style here, and go for a bunch of riflemen here with this. Slippers of agility would be a great item, I think, for Foggy to pick up here in a second. He's actually too busy chasing the Archmage away here right now. And he's gonna force... Actually, does he stop clicking? He really wants that Archmage. I would have expected him to already kind of pull back and go for this, which actually... HawK could snipe this item if he sees the Archmage, the Demon Hunter, sorry, coming back to it. Gets his own boost of speed and gets out of there. He wants to go and pick up the item. Shop hasn't started yet. He needs to get that. Because that Archmage is going to need some serious healing. And he's going to try, I think, to snipe... If he snipe one of the Archer, he's trying to go for a full surround. There is dust. Foggy is going to have to start running away here in a second. These items are going to be picked up here by the Archmage. If he kills one single Archer, that's going to be level 3 here for HawK, who definitely salvaged the situation very well. Could have started shop a little bit earlier, though. He wants that level 3 so bad. And Foggy actually salvages the situation pretty well. He gets a Naga. And he's going to be the one chasing now. Interesting how that went. Gets another Wisp here to try and make sure he has enough wood. Foggy double Ancient of Lore here, even before taking in any kind of pathway. So I think looking to try and get some Dryads and then go straight into Bears most likely. By the way, I hope my observing is not too bad. Okay, up a little bit the music volume. I'm gonna do that. It's better if it's too low than if it's too high, guys. I think you guys will agree with that. As you would do a lot of the time when you face a Demon Hunter, HawK goes for a Naga. Going Mountain King as Demon Hunter is kind of bad, because a lot of the time he's already going to be 2, maybe close to level 3, and then he just kind of mana burns the Mountain King, which becomes... I like to call him a ghoul. He really doesn't do much. He just attacks with the hammer, doesn't do much damage, doesn't do really anything at all. So in this case, if you go for the Naga, you can really slow the Demon Hunter. You're gonna get some good AoE later with Fork Lightning. And already getting the range for rifle here after just one. Usually that means you're kind of short on the gold, but you've got wood. So HawK, he's doing alright here. I don't think he's too unhappy with the way this has gone. Sorry, just communicating. I think we found a Chinese caster. I'm not sure who it is, but I think we've got one. I think he might be streaming from one of our streams, so hopefully that works. People, I think, can also, like the games that we play on Netis, they can also, I believe, tune into that by joining, like there's some kind of WAC TV stuff, from what I heard. Let's see, bear production has begun. Not a single Dryad, interestingly. I really thought that because, like, you know, usually when you go for double lore like this and then you get tech later, you'd go for some Dryads, but I guess Foggy was confident enough to just go straight into bears here. I mean, those are great. It's like when you start, you know, getting some good momentum and you have a staff. Actually, coming in from behind here, HawK, looking to try and be aggressive. He wants to snipe a lot of these archers. Like, this is kind of one of the weak time here from his opponent, so he wants to try and hit a timing. Bear coming in from behind. Foggy needs to react fast. He's got a rejuvenation available, and with militia coming in, he might just be tower rushing here. Only 2 peasants gonna be left behind here mining. Oh, he's trying to get the bear, but that's gonna get away, I think. And these guys are kind of blocked. Oh, he surrounds the Demon Hunter. That's gonna be level 3 here in a second too. If he can get that, yep, that could have been denied here. If he had denied that, that could have been huge. But HawK doesn't want to play a long game here. He pulls all of the peasants. He wants to do some sort of tanking with them. Maybe start a couple towers, but his unit count is very, very low. But so is Foggy's as well, who's gonna have to pull back. Snipes the priest. Whoa! TP's just on time. That Ancient of War taking a lot of damage. Let's see. His Master, Master is closing in very fast here. And as soon as Master finishes, and there is a couple bears, I think 4, against this army, it's going to be an absolute slaughter here. He can even use the Moonwells to start fighting. Pull a couple wisps. He's got a lot of wood here. If Foggy just used a bunch of wisps. Orb has been bought as well. I'm surprised he didn't get staff, but I guess kind of short on gold here. Foggy almost losing one of the bears. Uses Rejuvenation just on time, and Master is now finished. He can just transform these into bears, and I think this is going to be pretty bad for HawK here, who just doesn't have much at all. The first Sword Press comes in, slows one of the units, but I mean there's just too much. And Foggy, with the first map win here, very convincing in map number 1 on Amazonia. HawK, that timing, it looked like he might be good at first, but it just got crushed. Foggy just flawless in the defense. All right. That was pretty good here. Foggy really delivering. He's been playing very good these days. We're going to be headed to map number 2 here in a second. Excellent play. HawK is very highly ranked on W3A, by the way. He's ranked 7 right now, and some pretty sick stats. Let me show you. Ranked 7, 448 wins, 64 losses. 85% win with human. That's ridiculous. This guy is incredibly good. Let's try and figure out the game name. Oh, I think it's going to be Terran Astan, a second map. Going to be very interesting. A much better map for human than Amazonia, I think. Hope you guys are having fun. Almost 1,000 viewers here. Thanks to you guys for joining us. Korean, French, German, and Russian stream. Okay, no, he's back. Making sure everybody's there. Foggy up 1-0. If he wins here, he will move on to face Infi in the winner's match. That would be a pretty good match. Not complaining here for sure. Not gonna lie, I would really enjoy that. Just gonna check real quick if everybody put the logos as I asked. Happy looks good, maybe O Gaming notes. I can only see a small preview. Oh no, never mind, they've put them. Actually, they've put them in a pretty smart position. Alright, here we go. About to get map number 2 on the way here between these two. Hopefully HawK can do a little bit better. I didn't really hate the situation he was in, headed into tier 2, but it's just like the choice to go for an attack the way it is. Just kinda got straight up destroyed here, let's be honest. Alright, here we go. We're on Terran Astan and starting in the top left hand side of the map, playing as the red Night Elf. It's of course Foggy. His opponent starting in the bottom right hand side of the map, playing as the yellow human, is of course HawK. Shout out to Up Abstract as well for hosting our games here, doing a very good job. Very efficient. The players didn't waste any time in doing vetoes as well. Hopefully we can keep it going smooth that well. Yeah, it's just going to be some Ancient of War creeping here, standard. Are we going to see a Warden? I don't think I've ever seen HawK against Night Elf go Mountain King, but then again, you know, I was not really a part of the Warcraft 3 community for a very long time. But I wouldn't be surprised to see just a standard Archmage here out of him. Meanwhile, for Foggy, yeah, it's most likely going to be a Demon Hunter. Who knows, maybe he goes crazy and goes wild. No, Demon Hunter and Archmage, so the most standard of games that you could go for in here in terms of heroes. It's funny, HawK, he always gets his farms like in a similar way next to each other, next to his base. Like if you've watched other human players, everybody has a different base overlay. Like I myself, you know, put a second farm here to try and get some extra vision. But he prioritizes economy. By not walking all the way there, he's gonna basically go back to mining wood much faster and maybe have more wood than I would have in the mid game. Going for an early scout here. Actually some wisps setting up a little bit around the map here. Foggy, he wants to make sure he knows what HawK's up to. That first footman always seems to be headed across the map here to snipe some wisp or be a little bit of an annoyance. So that one catching that scouting wisp here is basically just gonna stay on it. Make sure he prevents that from scouting it too much. Spots the Archmage here, headed out for the creeping pretty much immediately. And again, a perfect management here of the Archer and Lightning Shield by Foggy. I should ask.
Players' forces are under attack.
I'm really curious because I heard him say Foggy in the Back to Warcraft video where he says like, yeah, you're watching Back to Warcraft. So I really wonder. And nobody's answering. Alone forever. Oh, he goes for the pull of the mercenaries there to hire a troll priest. Gonna run right past as well. That's really good move here. I remember back in the days. Foggy, okay. Back in the days, in the old days, Fov did that as an undead, which blew my mind. Like he literally sent an acolyte there, pulled back the mercenaries, sent a ghoul, and then picked up one of these troll priests. Foggy getting right in there, he's sniping one of these peasants pretty much immediately. He's gonna have to pull back here, Will HawK, taking so much damage, not even gonna be able to get that creep here, so a clutch creep jack. And on the other side, that one footman's most likely gonna die. So a very, very good start. He actually gets the surround, but there is a cloak of shadow, and he has nothing here at the lab. So Foggy can just hide that. Okay, that guy's ambitious to come back in here like this. Foggy gets out! Is he gonna reveal for the Archer? I think he knows there's still an Archer. He's in position. Bye. Nice job here by Foggy. And HawK really salvaging the situation, but he's still in trouble. Getting close to getting another water elemental here. And the footman barely gets out. I don't think he was able to get an Archer. He's gonna do the same thing here, looks like, by the way. Foggy went a little bit too far away, so HawK's gonna be able to get that one here. Gets that one big creep, turns around and targets the Demo Hunter. Okay, if you're like this here with human, with footman, water elemental and Archmage, a Demo Hunter comes in and you click on him, those creeps will join you in targeting the Demo Hunter. It's a very interesting mechanic that if you master, you're going to be able to do very well against harassing heroes. So in this case, HawK knew that was going to happen, targeted that, and he's going into another blacksmith here. It looks like he wants to play with more riflemen, but he's still getting a lot of footmen. I really wonder why he makes this many footmen. Like if you remember the old school games of Sky, who was the absolute master of this style, I think Sky stopped either cut at 4 or 5 footmen every single time, so that he would save more gold, because a footman is 135 gold, that's quite a bit. If you save that to get your second hero ASAP when you reach tier 2 and get more riflemen, those are going to be more helpful than having a bunch of footmen like this. But maybe he just wants to play aggressive, hiring another troll priest here. He's Foggy. And creeping in the meantime, trying to get close to level 3 here. If you can get level 3 when your opponent has a second hero, whether it's a Mountain King or a Naga doesn't matter. You're always going to be able to do great. Oh, that guy's going to get wrecked. Detonate? Nope. Yeah, he's going to die though. Slap. Rip. Yeah, that's going to be level 3 as well, secured fairly easily by Foggy, who got both Troll Berserkers. That guy's a beast. Why did he even make a Huntress hole, man? Just go pure mercenaries. Now, obviously, he needs the Ancient of Floors, potential bears, and dryads. It was interesting last game, actually, how he skipped entirely on dryads. Since he's gonna have a Demon Hunter level 3 fairly quick this game, I really would like to see Foggy get some dryads this time around. I think it would be very strong, because then Demon Hunter level 3 would do very well against, you know, Naga, whatever heroes they are, or even casters. And dryads will deal very well with the water elementals, but There is a lot of units here for HawK, and having the Archmage level 3 here is going to be really good. Targeting straight these Ancient of Lords here, even going for one of the Berserkers here, taking a lot of damage, he's going to be trapped. And I don't even think that chase is going to be successful because that Naga has got a boost speed. And I mean, even if he kills it on the other side of the map right now, HawK is doing a lot of damage, so very clutch timing here that he was able to hit. Maybe get some lores up there. Yeah, double lore gonna start in that location. So Foggy salvaging the situation, he chased the Naga of HawK away now. And now Arcane's gonna finish. Kinda forgot to get some farms, but not the end of the world, I think. Okay, he made one here, so he could actually scan if he realized there is an archer here. That one demon's on the hunt, that guy's angry. Oh, can he get away here? With the 1 footman, deny! So that's gonna die. Or not, yeah, no, he denies. Wants to play it safe. Oof, that Naga. Oh! Careful here, Foggy. Steps out of position, loses the Troll Berserker, and this is still healing up, by the way. He could have cancelled that, but chose to kind of run away. Foggy, solo in supply. 42 against 27. If HawK tower rushed this game, or did the same thing that he did last time, it actually work here. Look at how late these lores are. And it's not like one of these camps here was cleaned up, so you can't even hire mercenaries to try and defend here. It's literally 2 heroes, 1 archer and a Shredder here for him to defend.
A player's forces are under attack.
But it looks like HawK not wanting to play that aggressive here. He might just creep. It's also good, I think you don't have to attack here. Like, he could be successful if he attacked, but say for example if Foggy had a shop, HawK could also lose everything. I think one of the best things maybe that HawK could have done here is go and creep this. Because he can't really be creepjacked. It wouldn't be very good for Foggy to creepjack him. And if he creeps that, like he gets Naga level 2 and stuff, like it starts being really, really good for him. And in the meantime, Foggy really can't do much. Maybe he could Ancient of War creep is natural. But in this case, HawK moved across the map. He's now fighting a lot. He's gonna force a TP and then get out with the Naga. Oh, this is huge here. And the peasants finally come in here. Is there a priest nearby? Yes, there is. So he's gonna heal up that Naga here. And not having a shop here, and not having any more Moonwells, Foggy could be in so much trouble. Every single damage that's being done on the Demon Hunter is gonna be pretty much definitive. Shredder comes in to try and help. Naga is still being healed. He's up to above half hit points now, so he's gonna move back in there. Maybe put the Rifleman on Dryads actually, if he wants to take those out very fast. Some of these guys are very, very low. But like I said, the Demon Hunter going very low in hit points. Remember, there is no staff. There is no staff, there is no potion. And I don't think there's any abolish here. Oh, he queued it for later, but I mean those Dryads, they're not even going to be able to get rid here of that one water elemental. Demon Hunter trying to catch some units. Actually, no, he's not even. He could have killed that priest here pretty easily. Why is he wasting time on the Ancient of War? HawK is about to get very low on wood here, but as you can tell, Terna stands a much better map for human than Amazonia here. He's pushing through, he's crushing through. Oh, I like this. Makes it nighttime and picks up some items there, at least 1 healing scroll. An invuln would have been nice actually. Can he hold this here somehow? I thought I saw a potion. Oh, there it is on the demon. Potion of healing here to try and stay alive in this. There's just so many rifles here against only Dryads. And they're gonna do so much damage, take those out very, very fast. Naga still not being targeted. Yeah, those Dryads are gonna die so fast against Rifleman. Tower being left untouched. Archmage level 4, that's gonna be a lot of regeneration here with Brilliance level 2. Another Dryad dies. And Foggy, I think he might have lost this one here. He lost so much the entire game. HawK very aggressive once again. And the defense not going enough on Foggy this time around. GG. And HawK equalizes the score here in a very, very convincing fashion here. Terna stands, much better map obviously for human. And that showed once again. I think the third map was Echo Isle. But I'm not sure, so I'm gonna confirm and then we'll get underway ASAP with the third game. I don't want to keep Infi waiting too long because it's very high. Oh, okay, so third map is gonna be Ancient Isle. Nicely done here by HawK, fighting back. No wipeouts so far here in this tournament. We're getting some close series. For some reason I can't join the game. If Foggy wins here, or whoever wins will face Infi in the winners match, and whoever loses will face Anima in the losers match. We're gonna be playing the winners match first. It's interesting to see HawK play so aggressive as well, because I've seen him, you know, play on 2 bases with Breaker, Mortar, Caster, and play very, very well. So for him to play this aggressive, I wonder exactly like what happened to him exactly. Is he not confident, you know, taking it to a later stage game up against Foggy, or is this just the style he's been using recently? The game being rehosted here, there was a bug, I think. Score is now 1-1. It's nice to see some close series here. We got a couple donations actually that just happened on the page. The Matcherino page, where crowdfunding is part of this whole thing. So thank you to everybody that just donated very recently. A lot of coupons actually were used as well. Some $1 coupons. There's still a bunch left. We are now at $6,118 in prize pool. What the hell? What's the spoof thing on W3? Alright, we're gonna be... I think there was some confusion about the last map. I need to pay attention more to these next time. Because apparently even the players kind of forgot about those. So I think we're gonna be playing on Echo Isle, which is what I said in the first place. Don't ever doubt me. Now above 1,000 viewers. I think the French stream's doing pretty well as well, actually. I had a look earlier. And they had more viewers than the English stream. So Warcraft, very popular game in France. We've always had a big community and who love that game. Me being one of them, I can tell you all about it. I think everyone is in. Yep. So we're gonna be getting underway. Like the goal with this tournament was really with the late starting time for the Asian players. The goal really was to, you know, keep going with the game so that we don't keep everybody waiting. That's why we don't do any break between maps, but only between series. Gonna check on Infi, ask if he's okay. Dropped him a message. I think Infi is actually one of our Chinese streamers now. Someone asked him to do it. But I mean, it's not like He wouldn't be watching the games anyway because he's going to be playing one of these guys and then playing after, so he's streaming as well on Douyu, I would guess. Let's go. Yeah, HawK Gaming is on 1400 viewers. We've got about 1000. The German stream Back to Warcraft is on around 600, and Happy's got 200s. The Korean stream 170. Not bad at all. I mean, it's the first day, and you know, it was a little bit of a chaotic start, so hopefully it's going to keep on building up. Let's jump into map number 3 here between these two, starting in the top left-hand side of the map, playing as the yellow human player. It is HawK. And his opponents playing as the red night elf is of course Foggy from Ukraine. Russia versus Ukraine. Here to try and get some success in this group, which I believe is the only group with 3 Europeans. So an interesting one, very open. I mean, obviously Infi the clear favorite to take first place unless one of these guys can start beating him here, in this case either HawK or Foggy in the first place, because one of these guys will be facing Infi in the next match. I would love to be able to pay more attention to the chat, but remember there is a 3 minutes delay to avoid any controversy, any cheating and all that, so even when I look at it I would be answering very, very late, but between the breaks maybe I'll try to pay a little bit more attention to it, so if you guys have any question I can answer them. Let me know if you have any feedback as well about the observing and stuff. I'm doing my best, but I have this very bad habit, especially since like I was a Warcraft 3 player before, to just spam everything, so I'm trying to, I think I'm already doing better, you know, than if I was just observing for myself. Like when I observe for myself, I'm like clicking on everything all over the place, like moving here, which I think I'm kind of doing right now, but hopefully I can tune down a little bit on that. So let me know if I'm going a little bit too fast or if I'm doing bad. Archmage being made. That second farm was very late. I don't know what happened there. Maybe he forgot that for a little bit. And the Ancient of War creeping on the other side. First footman still being sent across the map. Seems to be what he wants to do every single game. Here from HawK.
Players' forces are under attack.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on D&D, even though that's a nice message. Can't be having those here during the stream or on the VODs either, which, by the way, the VODs will be up on the ESL YouTube, which has a crazy amount of subscribers, so hopefully that gives some exposure to Warcraft 3. Some people wander into the Warcraft VOD section or this playlist accidentally and then discover the great game that is Warcraft 3. It's been a long time I haven't seen a human create the natural expansion here first. Actually, a crazy long time. Like when you do this, usually you do this as something really tricky, so apparently HawK is a man of extremes. He either goes rifle caster and plays super aggressive, or he creeps his natural immediately and then tries to expand there. I'm pretty sure it's going to be an expand. And then behind this, actually if he went and harassed now, he could be pretty good. Mana penance on Demo Hunter is always the funniest thing to see. Obviously you don't need to mana burn this much. You can actually adjust and go for immolation, but it's just so hard to heal from Wound Wells because you need to heal both the hit points and the mana pool that you have. So usually you just save that up until you hire a Panda or a Naga, and then it comes in really handy when you do have those. It's so sick to have a Shadow Priest here early on in a game like this against an Archmage, because you can just straight up dispel in using 2 of those. Yeah, he's got evasion. We just saw it in Mace here, so he didn't go for any kind of immolation or something. Nice deny here. And Tree of Life being made here across the map. I mean, Foggy, this is like a 6 start for him. I really like it, but at the same time, it looks like HawK is going to be able to expand as he wanted to originally, so this is going to be an interesting game. I hope we see some Breaker Mortar, Rifle, and Caster action here from HawK, and a little bit of a longer game. But our speeds now were higher. And one single militia is going to be in there. Try and make sure he's alright. Oh, I think Foggy is about to be a naughty boy here. And get some of these... yeah, he's going to pull these back. Send in the Wisp. And hire some more mercenaries. And I mean, it's going to be so hard. Where is he going? What? You're going to be under assault in a second here. Obviously, having an arcane tower is going to be really good. Look at how many range units there are. He's going to go straight for the tunnel here. Foggy. Oh, he sold. Actually, I didn't even notice. He sold the mana pendant. And that's going to be a cancel here. That's what happens here. The one time that he tries to expand, HawK getting punished big time by Foggy here so far in this game. Goes across the map here to try and get a cancel on that Tree of Life. I don't think that's going to happen. He can repair that very easily. Bring some units here to help on defense. Foggy is actually still tier 1, by the way. Ooh, taking a lot. He's going to have to TP. Gets the footman at the last second. That one's actually not going to join. Yeah, I mean, that was never going to die. Like, he can repair. It's next to trees. He's going to heal super fast. So a great start here, I think, now for Foggy, who was able to get a cancel here on that second tunnel. He's now going to restart, but I mean, that's going to be an easy second base here being taken. Not second game, that's the third game. And tech now started as well for the Ukrainian player. Double Shadow Priest going to rejoin the rest of his army. He's going to click that super easily. Boom. When you get Demon level 3 and Archmage is still level 1, usually you're doing something right. Obviously, that's going to be very easy to get level 2 right now for HawK. Tome of Agility, I think that was. And behind is still no lumber mill. Really delay that here. Having boots is so huge as well. Gets a class of attack here. Just keeps on getting better and better for Foggy. Usually you want to start your Huntress Soul when the tech is halfway through down so that it finishes at the same time. Interesting. Catches a wisp. He's just gonna walk back, I think, yeah. Wants to make sure the Tree of Life doesn't die here. It's not like the, or I mean rather, the Entangled Gold Mine, because I don't think the Tree of Life ever would die, but actually he ends up moving back across the map here. Interesting. Maybe he wants to hire some mercenaries to help and defend the natural. There is already an Ancient of Water. Like I said, this tree can't really die. Like, he would take a very long time targeting it. There's trees nearby. He can send some wisp and repair it. So that was the plan. Foggy just kills the tower. Now he's going to stay there with the demon to kill everything, and then he sends back the units to defend. Again, a great decision, but a lot of militias are coming in, so he needs to pay attention to his demon hunter. HawK going for the surrounds! Oh, and he gets it, and he's going to do so much damage to this. He's going to get it. There is no way to get it. He's not even moving. Foggy! He's going to have to rebuy. Actually, Foggy has so much gold. He's just going to rebuy straight up. Archmage now getting very close to level 3, and I mean, behind this, he can just remake towers. So we could have a longer game here. We very easily could have a longer game. It's pretty sick, actually. He had so much gold, Foggy. Like, he teched kind of late. And because of all this chaos, he never made a Huntress Hole. Hires more mercenaries. What is going on here in this game? He's just gonna get a second hero and keep on pushing? Or, like, I guess apply pressure. That is so... Like, if you look at his army, it's so much scarier than this. And the Arcane Tower is not even there yet. Summons an Elemental in panic. And that's not even level 3. I would have liked to see HawK creep this with just militia to make sure he gets level 3, but no, he doesn't even have that. Militia gonna be coming in here in a second. Oh, and that guy survives. He hires a Naga, interestingly, instead of a Panda.
A player's forces are under attack.
And so many units are gonna die, guys. This is just a slaughter. Militia coming in now. Archmage being targeted. He doesn't have boots, and the demon does. This could end very soon here if Foggy can keep up with the aggression, the momentum that he's got here. Not having defend here makes it really hard for HawK to hold that Archmage. There is no way in hell he's going to survive much longer. It's just a fight here that he can't win.
A player's forces are under attack.
Or chase, rather, that he can't win. And I mean, there is creeps here. Even if he runs in there, he's going to die. Mana burn available very soon. Oh, okay, so he denies the experience, but I mean... Okay, tech underway. He's kind of rich. He could have rebouts, but still taking... I mean, he's taking way too much damage anyway. With all of his mercenaries, Foggy is the mercenary king right now. Just buys those guys and kills everything. GG gets called, and Foggy will move on to the winner's match, where we'll face Infi here in our next match. So we're gonna need to swap servers. We're gonna go to a break really quickly.